Narayan Narayan Namaste. Welcome back to my channel Zeel's Astrology. Now today we are going to talk about Jupiter's transit in Punarvasu Nakshatra. From August 13, Jupiter entered Punarvasu Nakshatra, which is the sign of Gemini. Now this is honestly such a big relief because until now Jupiter was in Ardra Nakshatra. Ardra is a very intense and heavy energy, and it leans more towards the challenging side. It is ruled by Rahu, and right now Rahu is in Purva Bhadrapad Nakshatra, which is ruled by Jupiter. So there was an exchange of nakshatras between Jupiter and Rahu. On top of that, they have been aspecting each other. So this has created a strong Rahu influence on Jupiter, which hasn't been very pleasant. Now with Jupiter moving into Punarvasu Nakshatra, a nakshatra ruled by Jupiter itself, that exchange between Rahu and Jupiter will now break. This gives Jupiter more strength and control over things. Jupiter will have an upper hand here. When Jupiter was in Ardra, a lot of things were going on. Not just in our personal lives, but also on a global scale. For example, in India, right now we have been seeing floods which are connected to the energy of Ardra. Of course, the other planetary position do matter as well in this case. There's also been tension between countries and a lot of unpredictable events. With Jupiter entering Punarvasu Nakshatra, these intense situations should calm down a little bit, though it will not disappear completely. And I say calm down because Punarvasu has both its own positive and challenging sides. No transit is ever 100% good or bad. It really depends on your own chart. And we have to also consider the other planetary positions as well. So this Jupiter is also moving quite fast as it is Atichari. And in mid-October, it will leave Gemini and enter the sign of Cancer. Then it will go retrograde on November 11 and come back into Gemini on December 5. During all this time, Jupiter will remain in Punarvasu Nakshatra, whether moving forward or backward. Because Punarvasu is split between Gemini and Cancer, 3 padas are in Gemini and the last one is in Cancer. So, and here's the good news is that even when Jupiter goes retrograde, it will not go back into Ardra Nakshatra. That in itself is a big blessing from the universe to the humankind. In this video, I will focus mainly on Jupiter in Punarvasu in Gemini, but I will also share a few quick insights about Jupiter in Punarvasu in Cancer sign and also a little bit about retrograde Jupiter. Later, I will definitely make a detailed video on these topics when the right time comes. And before diving deeper into this topic, I would be grateful if you could subscribe, like and share these videos with your friends and family, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you are always up to date with our latest content. You can also follow Zeel's Astrology on Instagram now, and for personal consultations feel free to email me. All the links are provided in the description box below. Now what exactly is Punarvasu Nakshatra? The word itself means becoming Vasu again. In Hinduism, the Vasus are a group of 8 deities connected to light and fire. So Punarvasu is about regaining that divine bright energy, a return from darkness back into light. It also carries the meaning of becoming good again or even wealthy again. The symbol of Punarvasu is a quiver of arrows. But not just ordinary arrows. These are divine arrows or divine astras like Brahmastra or Narayanastra. The kind we hear about in our ancient stories, mythological stories. In those times when these divine weapons were used, they wouldn't be destroyed. Once their purpose was fulfilled, they would return back to their owner, unlike normal weapons which were lost or destroyed after use. So Punarvasu also means that coming back, returning back. The deity of Punarvasu is Mata Aditi, the mother of 12 Adityas. The ruling planet is Jupiter. If Ardra is the storm and destruction, then Punarvasu is the rebuilding and renewal that happens after the storm has passed. It's like life slowly coming back after a difficult phase. So you see, the central theme of this nakshatra is renewal and triumphant return. So you can imagine Ardra as a point where the arrow hits its target and causes destruction, and Punarvasu as the moment that that same arrow comes back to you, a sign of completion and restoration. It's like a cycle, but the same arrow can be used again. So in a way, Punarvasu also represents repetition or hard work. It also reflects the cycle of life. Our body is made up of 5 elements, Panchbhut, and when we pass away, we merge back into those same elements, and then again we take birth, and the process repeats. So this nakshatra represents repetition. So obviously this nakshatra, in this nakshatra, a lot of hard work has to be done. Now this nakshatra is airy in nature, like the wind that carries clouds to bring rain. And just as rain refreshes the earth and gives new life to plants, to nature, Mother Nature, Punarvasu brings renewal after the storm of Ardra. This nakshatra is like Mother Earth, whose nature is nurturing and bringing harmony. Punarvasu is like the peaceful period right after the storm, when the sky clears, birds start singing, and the fresh smell of the earth fills the air. It's a time when life can truly thrive again. So this is a Sattvic nakshatra as well, calm, spiritual, and filled with uplifting energy, positive thoughts and feelings. However, this positive energy has in itself a negative quality as well. It is that sometimes that positive energy can be too much, leading to over idealism that might slow down personal growth. You see, on a mental level, Ardra tends to be more sharper, more intense mind, while Punarvasu usually takes a simpler and softer approach to life. This can sometimes mean lacking foresight, which may lead to complications. But if someone with strong Punarvasu energy is spiritually evolved, their luck and inner grace and intuition often helps them overcome those challenges. One of the beautiful strengths of Punarvasu is the ability to achieve a goal no matter how difficult it seems, only if it's well placed in the chart. On a flip side, its weaker side can bring procrastination, over-idealism, and even plain laziness. Now let's talk about the impacts of Jupiter in Punarvasu Nakshatra during this transit. If you have been struggling to finish something important, or you have been facing repeated obstacles, this can be the time when you finally get it done. Punarvasu has this quality where you may fail once, twice, thrice, or even more times, but with persistence you will succeed. It's like bouncing back to you, but yes, effort is still required. It won't happen without hard work. If you work hard, then it will promise the positive results. Punarvasu also carries the energy of contentment. If you are someone who's generally satisfied with life, who doesn't constantly run after more and more, then you might see good growth in this period. Even for people who haven't been feeling that contentment before, this transit can help them start feeling more satisfied with what they have, bringing a calmer and happier mindset. But it all depends on your own chart. And since this nakshatra is ruled by Jupiter and is naturally positive and spiritual, it's also a beautiful time, an excellent time for spiritual growth or even spiritual awakening. Some may feel drawn towards healthier living, eating more organic or sattvic foods, adding greens to their meals, cutting down on oily or spicy food, or non-vegetarian food or alcohol, or even growing their own vegetables. People with sweet tooth may switch to healthier options like replacing refined sugar with organic dates or jaggery. Many may also feel attracted to traditional or natural healing methods during this period, like Ayurveda, herbal remedies, or other old-aged organic ways of treatment. And here's something interesting. The more you follow such sattvic or natural methods, the more positive results you will notice from this transit, provided it's suitable in your case. In the Gemini part of Punarvasu, curiosity and the urge to learn will increase. People may feel motivated to gain wisdom, knowledge, and that can truly uplift their life, can make them more mature. For students, this is an excellent time, but Punarvasu will make you work hard, but very rewarding for learning. You might have to make repeated efforts, but you will see steady improvement if you keep working hard. I will say this again, that for students or anyone with important planets in Punarvasu, especially in Gemini, this is the time to focus and give your 100% effort completely on your work and studies. Don't waste it. Even if progress feels slow or repeated, your efforts will pay off, and the knowledge you gain now will stay with you for life. In Cancer part of Punarvasu, the focus shifts more towards nurturing and helping others. You may feel a strong desire to support people around you, but it's important not to overdo it emotionally, because in today's world, help should be given wisely to those who genuinely need and deserve it. Otherwise, there's a risk of being taken advantage of. Until now, Saturn's energy has also been a bit imbalanced because of Jupiter's position in Ardra. But as Jupiter moves into Punarvasu, that imbalance will start to ease. And when Saturn in its retrograde motion enters Punarvasu Nakshatra, which is ruled by Jupiter, Jupiter will be the one with the upper hand here. With Jupiter in Punarvasu at that time, its influence will be even stronger. That particular phase will allow Jupiter to give results to its max potential. During that period, the war-like situation we see around the world may calm down a bit compared to before, though this shift may be or will be temporary. This will especially be a good period for those who are grounded, satisfied with what they have, and not interested in showing off, and they are spiritually evolved. Spiritually, this will be an excellent time for such people. Looking at the overall impact of Jupiter in Punarvasu, this phase will feel lighter than the time Jupiter spent in Ardra. After such a long, intense period, we are now getting some relief. It's like taking a short break from heavy challenges. Of course, there will still be some negatives because the overall planetary energy isn't entirely positive, but they will be much less than before. My advice would be to use this time to grow, not just in the material sense, but to evolve your soul and your inner self, helping and nurturing those who are truly in need without expecting anything in return can bring deep positivity within you. It can help you rise higher both spiritually and as a human being. Over time, this can make you mentally, emotionally, and even financially more stable. Those who have important planets in Punarvasu, or Jupiter in Gemini, or in the first, second, or third house, or connected with the lords of these houses, or if Jupiter is very strong in your chart, you might notice that you are speaking a lot during this time. Once you start talking, you might find it hard to stop. So think wisely before saying anything. Now talking about the Navamsa part, Jupiter will be in Aries Navamsa from August 13 till August 30, 2025. Then in Taurus Navamsa from August 30 till September 19. In Gemini Navamsa from September 19 till October 18, and then in Cancer Navamsa from October 18 till December 5. So when Jupiter will be in Aries Navamsa, during this time, there might be a little rise in anger or impatience in people. some religious disagreements could also happen, but since Aries is still a friendly sign for Jupiter, it won't be too uncomfortable. Still, a bit extra aggression or frustration may be felt by many people. After that, Jupiter will move into Taurus Samansh. There is a more nurturing and peaceful phase. People may feel like slowing down, enjoying quiet time, and spending good time with their family. There will be a desire for peace and calmness in their mind. However, during this time, Rahu will also be in Taurus Namash. This means that in the name of care or nurturing, people can deceive you by making false promises. For example, you might buy something thinking it's organic and pure, but it turns out to be fake. Or you might be promised a house with the best earthquake-proof materials, but in reality it's not like that. So being careful before trusting claims is important. If things go in positive direction, the same period could bring fresh out-of-the-box developments in farming, agriculture, along with new creative ideas for improving different areas of life. Then Jupiter will enter Gemini Navamsa. Here, people will feel more curious and want to talk, learn and share. There will be a strong urge to socialize, meet people, attend gatherings and enjoy life. But it's important to be mindful of what and how much you speak during this period, because sometimes people can use your words in a negative manner. Then Jupiter will enter Cancer Navamsa, where it will be exalted both in the main D1 chart and in the D9 chart. This will make the energy of helping, caring and supporting others even more stronger. People will stand by each other and show kindness, but it can also make emotions run high. It's important not to take decisions only based on feelings during this time, as emotional decisions may backfire. Before helping someone, make sure they truly need and deserve your help, because there is a chance some people might take advantage of your goodness. The key here is to use Jupiter's wisdom and not get carried away purely by emotions. For anyone with Punarvasu Nakshatra strongly placed in their chart, this is a reminder that helping and supporting others is a wonderful quality, but it must have healthy limits. Going beyond that limit can cause harm to you and also allow others to misuse your kindness. Also, when Jupiter moves into Cancer Navamsa, Saturn will be there at the same time, present in Cancer Navamsa. Spiritually, this will be a very beautiful phase. If you want to focus on your health, improve on eating habits or make changes to your daily diet, then this will be the great time to do that. This will also be a period when some karmic debts will come in front of you. Along with that, there may be some emotional situations to deal with as well. This period actually becomes highly karmic. The Jiva is expected to do its karmic work. This means you may have to put in real, sincere effort and face tasks that demand patience and responsibility. If you have ever helped someone selflessly, someone who truly needed help and was worthy of it, and you did so without expecting anything in return, then Saturn and Jupiter together will bless you during this time. Even if you haven't done that before, you can choose to do it during this period and still receive blessings. But the key is to be practical in deciding who really needs help, which might feel challenging in the emotional sign of Cancer. This will be the time of redoing things and putting in extra effort, because during this period Jupiter will be retrograde in the fourth pada of Punarvasu Nakshatra in Cancer and D1 chart. Saturn is also retrograde in Pisces in D1, and this can mean repeating certain work or revisiting old responsibilities many times over. But if you are willing to give your full effort without giving up, both Saturn and Jupiter can reward you truly. Just keep in mind, karmani eva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have the right to work, but not the fruits of the work. And the best way to understand the energy of Punarvasu Nakshatra is through the story of spider. Remember that childhood story where a spider kept trying to climb up, that every time it fell, it started again. No matter how many times it fell, it never gave up, and finally after many tries, it reached the top. It succeeded. Even in our homes, when we clean away spider webs, the spider still comes back and rebuilds. This persistence is at the heart of Punarvasu's energy. There's also a deeper spiritual lesson from the spider. Bhagwan Dattatreya, who had no human teachers, learned from observing nature. He considered 24 beings from nature as his teachers, and one of them was the spider. He noticed that a spider builds a beautiful web, but it can be destroyed, abandoned, or even destroyed by the spider itself. Yet it begins again. He also observed that a small spider built a web, but a larger spider came and the smaller one started running to save its life, but in turn it got trapped in its own threads of web and was eaten by the larger spider. So from this, he learned that we shouldn't get too attached to what we create, whether it's thoughts, possessions, or achievements. Sometimes we have to let go and move forward with our soul's purpose without getting trapped into our own web. The more we try to create a safe web for our own ideas and actions, the more we risk getting caught in them. True wisdom is knowing when to step out of these patterns and live in harmony with reality, both seen and unseen. I just hope you might be able to understand from this example. During this period, when Jupiter is in Gemini, Mercury's movement will play a big role. Be careful when Mercury moves into Leo in conjunction with Ketu, when it moves into Virgo, and later when it enters the sign of Aquarius and Pisces. These times call for extra mindfulness. One caution with this period is that people may become more rigid in religious matters. Also from December, Rahu will be in Satabhisha Nakshatra, while Jupiter is in Punarvasu. So both these nakshatras represent a cycle where things return where it began. And such a combination is a rare event. This can bring old patterns, trends, and ideas back into the present in an upgraded way. Now, until Jupiter is in Punarvasu Nakshatra, for certain professions, this period can be a positive period. If you are in teaching, healing, any sort of healing, like spiritual healing, if you are a doctor, medical practitioner, if you are working with children, any field related to children, if you are an astrologer, psychologist, or in any field which involves things connected to past, like Ayurveda, then anyone who is in organic farming, gardening can find this a very supportive time. People working in communication related jobs may also benefit, and even those in the defense sector could see positive developments during this period. Now, who will feel this transit the most? It will be especially noticeable for the people who have important planets placed in Punarvasu Nakshatra. If you have combinations like Jupiter Mercury, Jupiter Rahu, Jupiter Saturn anywhere in your chart, then you might feel it more strongly. Those running a Jupiter dashas can experience its effects in a bigger way. And if you have planets in Jupiter's nakshatras like Purabhadrapad, Vishakha, or Punarvasu, then this transit can be quite significant for you. Also, those who are Pisces, Aquarius, Sagittarius, or Scorpio, ascendant or moon sign, then they may see some significant results during this time. As for remedies, chanting Vishnu Sahasranam or Purushottam Sahasranam during this time can be very, very, very powerful. You can also chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha whenever you find a quiet moment in your day. Now let's begin with ascendant wise analysis. You can watch this video as per your ascendant or as per your moon sign as well. Aries ascendant or moon sign. For Aries natives, Jupiter will be moving into Punarvasu Nakshatra in your third house in the sign of Gemini. Jupiter rules your 9th house and your 12th house. So this time is special for learning, exploring and broadening your thinking. Punarvasu means return of the light. So it often brings second chances and a chance to rebuild what was lost. Jupiter will be here for quite a while, moving forward, going retrograde and again moving forward in the same nakshatra, giving you repeated opportunities to restart something important. This is the right period to strengthen your communication skills, whether it's speaking, writing, teaching, creating content, or simply expressing yourself clearly. Your words can carry more weight now. If you feel you are not yet confident, this is the perfect time to work on it. Projects and work that were stuck can start moving again, though you may need more than one attempt to succeed. If you keep going with patience and efforts and with proper thoughts and planning, success will come. You have to be wise in your decisions, in your planning here. It's also a good time to start something new that helps you grow mentally and creatively, but only with proper planning and strategy, as said earlier. So basically, it's a good time to start something new that helps you grow mentally and creatively or both financially, but only with proper planning and strategy. Even though Jupiter is in a favorable nakshatra, the overall planetary positions are not entirely supportive. So avoid impulsive decisions. Think long term and stay practical. Your courage and enthusiasm will rise in this period. You might feel like taking short trips, meeting new people, or reconnecting with other peoples as well, like your relatives, especially your younger siblings. If there have been any misunderstanding with siblings, particularly from the time when Jupiter was in Ardra, then this is a beautiful opportunity to heal those bonds. Spending time together and having open conversations can work as wonders. One thing to be mindful of is your desires. Jupiter in the third house can increase them, and with Rahu position in your 11th house aspecting this Jupiter, they can grow even more stronger, your desires. That is why grounding yourself and staying content with what you have is very important now. If you use Jupiter's sattvic pure energy and keep your desires under control, this period can give you truly meaningful rewards in the future. For professions, this period can be positive for those who are into teaching, spiritual healing, astrology, medicine, psychology, Ayurveda, or anything connected with ancient knowledge. People working in organic farming, organic gardening, communication related fields such as media advertising, public relations, content creation will also find this period to be productive. Even those in the defense sector can see good results. It's also a good time if you want to mend any long-standing issues with your neighbors. This is also a good time for teachers as well. Now looking at Jupiter's aspect, the 5th aspect will fall on the 7th house, on the sign of Libra. This brings opportunities in business if you are patient, wise and strategic. This can be the time to expand your business or start something new, but only if it's done without impulsiveness or without any negative feeling like jealousy or anger, or without getting into competition with someone. If you are unmarried and looking for a partner, then this transit can help you meet someone suitable. And if you are already married, then this can bring some emotional stability, harmony and mutual understanding with your spouse in your relationship. It's a wonderful period to work on healing any relationship issue, whether it's in your marriage or in your business partnerships as well. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 9th house. Your 9th house is already being aspected by retrograde Saturn, Jupiter, by Ketu, and temporarily by Mars and Venus as well. So this is a beautiful period for higher learning, both academic and spiritual. It's also a period when you can work on improving your relationships with your father-like figures, or even your gurus. And these combined influences, all these aspects on your ninth house, can change your life perspective and belief system as well, encouraging you to let go of rigid old ideas and embrace new, wiser paths. However, because of some malefic aspects also falling on this house, there can be some concerns about your father's health during this period. But Jupiter's influence can help you find solution if you put in effort. Now the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 11th house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is also present. The important point here is that Rahu is in Purabhadrapad Nakshatra, ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Punarvasu, also again ruled by Jupiter, giving Jupiter the upper hand. This means you should choose wisdom over illusion of Rahu. Avoid unnecessary desires. Focus on long-term growth. This period can bring financial gains, expansion for you, even expansion of your network circle, your and achievement of your goals, or fulfillment of your goals, provided your actions are honest and rooted in truth. If you remain wise, practical and focused, Jupiter and Saturn will both guide you towards lasting success. Taurus ascendant and moon sign. For Taurus natives, Jupiter will be transiting or is transiting Punarvasu Nakshatra in your second house, the sign of Gemini. Jupiter here rules your 8th house and your 11th house, which means this period can open doors for financial gains. But those gains will not come instantly. You will need to put in consistent effort, as Punarvasu often works through repeated attempts and gradual progress. Saturn is also retrograde in Pisces in your 11th house, adding to the need for persistence. There may be no quick wins, but if you keep working steadily, this transit can definitely bring positive results for you. Because Jupiter is also your 8th lord and is currently moving through your 2nd house, this period can bring transformations and sudden changes. Though not as intense or challenging as those seen during the Adra phase, these shifts will be softer in tone, but they can still significantly alter certain areas of your life. There's also potential for sudden gains, or there could be even some auspicious event that can happen within the family. This transit can help you improve your income or recover money that has been stuck, or rebuild your savings as well. However, each of these possibilities will require effort and patience. If your finances have felt unstable, Jupiter can help you find stability again. Another positive outcome of this transit is its influence on your speech and communication. Your words may become more positive, inspiring and magnetic, helping you attract opportunities, clients or professional growth if you work in a field where communication is the key. This is an excellent time to polish your communication skills, so take full advantage of it. On a personal level, this period can also bring chances to resolve misunderstandings in your family. Jupiter in Punarvasu encourages honest conversations and reconciliation. It's a wonderful time to strengthen bonds by spending quality time together, revisiting family traditions, sharing meals and connecting on a deeper level. Even something as simple as making sure the whole family eats together at least one time a day can create a warmer, more supportive and supportive home and atmosphere. Your family life may still see some ups and downs or transformations during this time, because Jupiter is your 8th lord and that fact cannot be ruled out. But if you stay united and handle situations with wisdom, this Jupiter transit will work in your favor. During this time, you might reconnect with some old relatives you haven't spoken to in a while. It's also really a good phase to work on your eating habits. If you can try to follow a healthy diet or healthy and clean diet, it will help you in many ways. And this is the right time to start it. Now Jupiter's 5th aspect will fall on your 6th house, the sign of Libra. This can bring new job opportunities and even career growth if your chart supports it. It might also bring a shift in your life direction that can be very positive, but only if you are already walking on the right path. For Taurus natives, just a small caution: Jupiter in the 2nd house, Rahu aspecting it, and it can give you many ideas to earn money. You might feel like trying several money-making plans at once. Instead, choose the ones that truly matches your long-term goals and give you real stability. Now coming back to the aspects, to the 5th aspect on your 6th house, if you are preparing for competitive exams, this transit can help you, but only if you stay focused, disciplined and work hard. Jupiter's aspect can also reduce tensions with your opponents and help you handle daily stress in a better manner. The 6th house also represents life lessons, so expect to learn a lot during this time. Some lessons may feel tough at first, but they will help you grow, so don't resist them. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 8th house, the sign of Sagittarius, which is also being aspected by retrograde Saturn, Ketu, and temporarily by Mars and Venus as well. So Jupiter's influence here can bring a little bit of relief if you have had health problems recently, but it won't be a complete cure, but you will still need to work hard on your health. Punarvasu is about light returning. So with effort, you will see improvement. Spiritually, this is a beautiful time for you. It's a perfect time for diving into meditation, astrology, research, or deep self-work. You may even see some unexpected financial gains, support with ancestral property matters, or success in handling joint assets. If you are in debt, you can work your way out now, but again effort is needed. And be very cautious while investing in speculative markets. Be very cautious. Now the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 10th house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is currently positioned. Since Jupiter is in Punarvasu and both Rahu and Jupiter are aspecting each other, and Rahu is in Purva Bhadrapad, so now Jupiter has an upper hand here. If you have been working with honesty and integrity, this period will strongly support your long-term career growth. It's also the best time to break free from any illusions or confusion Rahu has created in this house about your career. If you reflect on your past decisions and make wise choices, now Jupiter will guide you on the right path. And you can rebuild things you lost in your profession. But you will need patience and repeated effort again. Avoid impulsive career decisions or choices made from jealousy or anger during this period. And if you stay calm and grounded, this time will not only bring career growth but also improve your public image and help you become a better version of yourself. Gemini ascendants or moon sign. So for you, Jupiter will be moving through Punarvasu Nakshatra in your own sign, your first house, your ascendant. Jupiter is the ruler of your 7th house and 10th house. So this transit can be quite powerful. Punarvasu is all about renewal, hope and getting a second chance. So this is your moment to rewrite your own story and start afresh. But it also shows that sometimes the light returns slowly and you may have to try more than once to achieve your goals. So yes, this phase will bring a lot of hard work in different areas of your life, including your career. While Jupiter is in Punarvasu, you may notice your confidence growing. You might feel more positive, clear and hopeful about your path ahead. Apart from that, Others might notice you more now. You may naturally attract attention, respect, and support if you are moving in the right direction. This is also an amazing time for spiritual growth. It's equally great for career progress as well. But remember, results will come slowly and steadily. You will need patience and continuous effort to see real success. Your health and well-being can also improve now if you take the right steps. This is the perfect time to shift towards a cleaner or more balanced lifestyle. Eat mindfully, eat healthy food, sattvic food, keep a regular exercise routine, avoid procrastinating or becoming lazy with your work and responsibilities, and use this time very wisely. Then this will really help you. Jupiter will also strongly support learning and self-growth here. Whether you want to upgrade your skills, take a course, or simply spend more time reading something or expanding your mind, this is the right time to do it. Efforts towards education, spiritual study, or personal development will benefit you for the long time. And if you keep your actions honest and disciplined, you will come out of this transit more stronger, more matured, and spiritually uplifted. Now let's look at Jupiter's aspect. From Punarvasu, Jupiter's fifth aspect will fall on Libra, which is their fifth house. This is a beautiful period for learning, growing your knowledge, and developing new skills. It is also an excellent time to enhance your creativity. This is especially supportive for students, particularly those preparing for competitive exams or anyone involved in any form of study. I would strongly suggest that students make full use of this period. Grab this opportunity and don't waste it. If you study with full dedication, this time will definitely support you and benefit you in the long run. It is also a good period for engaging in spiritual practices like mantra chanting, meditation, or expressing your creativity through spiritual means. These activities will be deeply fulfilling now. For those trying to conceive a child, there may be a need for repeated efforts. The result may not come on the first attempt, but persistence can bring positive outcomes if your chart supports. If you already have children, this is the best time to heal any unresolved issues or misunderstanding with them. Spend quality time with your children during this phase. And if you are unmarried, there could be chances of a love affair or even marriage happening. In some cases, someone from your past, maybe even your ex, might return if your chart indicates it. Now the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on your seventh house, the sign of Sagittarius. At present, Sagittarius is being aspected not only by Jupiter but also by retrograde Saturn and by Ketu, and temporarily by Venus and Mars. If you are unmarried, this period can bring favorable marriage proposals, as said earlier. However, any relationship that starts now will be highly karmic in nature. This is also an ideal time to mend relationships with your spouse or even with your business partner. Jupiter will guide you to heal, rebuild, and strengthen such bonds. But both you and the other person must give your full effort. One-sided effort might not work. If you are in business, this is a good time to expand or start new projects. But avoid hasty decisions. Double check every detail, plan strategically, and move forward only after proper preparation. Remember, Ketu is in your third house and retrograde Saturn is aspecting your seventh house. So these things are, if they are not done carefully, results may not be favorable. Now the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your ninth house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is positioned. Both Jupiter and Rahu are mutually aspecting each other. However, now Jupiter has an upper hand because Jupiter is now in Purva Bhadrapad. This will help you break free from Rahu's illusion in your ninth house. It's important to stay rooted in reality, follow the ethical path, and avoid shortcuts. Jupiter will support you in using this combination in a positive way, especially by enhancing your spirituality, not for material gain but for inner peace. Those pursuing higher studies will find this period helpful if they work with focus and sincerity, because both Jupiter and Rahu can support academic progress here. If your father has been facing health concerns, this aspect of Jupiter can guide you towards improvement, but consistent effort will be required from both you and him to achieve recovery. Cancer ascendant and moon sign. For Cancer natives, Jupiter will be transiting Punarvasu Nakshatra in your 12th house in the sign of Gemini. Jupiter rules your 9th house and your 6th house. This transit can be a supportive time for clearing debts or closing chapters in life that have been draining you, but achieving that will require effort, persistence, and possibly repeating certain processes. This is also a phase that will naturally make you introspect about your finances, spending habits, and life priorities. You may start questioning unnecessary expenses or impulsive purchases now. If financial discipline has been lacking, this is the right time to step back and realign your approach. On the spiritual front, this is an especially supportive period because Jupiter, your 9th lord, is transiting your 12th house in its own nakshatra. This combination creates a beautiful opportunity for spiritual growth enhancement. And with Saturn placed in your 9th house, both planets are now working in harmony to guide you towards a deeper and more meaningful spiritual path if you choose to follow it. This period can also bring auspicious events, especially those connected to spirituality. You may feel inclined to host pujas, havans, or katha at your home. Such practices can bring peace, mental clarity, and emotional cleansing. Just try that not to show off these things in front of people. Try to keep it low as much as possible for you. Overall, this transit has the reflective and inward focused nature. You may feel a stronger pull towards even meditation, spiritual retreats, travel to serene destination, or simply spending time in solitude. Old wounds, emotional or even karmic, may finally begin to heal during this period. Since Jupiter is in your 12th house, you should still keep an eye on your expenses. As said earlier, there may be recurring or unavoidable expenses but many of them could be positive, such as expenses on spiritual activities, charitable causes, or even travel. But try to keep it minimum as much as possible. If you are planning to pursue higher studies abroad, then this period can be favorable. However, you may need to repeat certain parts of the process, such as paperwork or formalities, more than once. Saturn's retrograde motion in the 9th house may also cause some travel delays or small hurdles. So patience will be important. One of the deeper lessons of this transit is learning to let go. If you feel that inner urge to release things, understand that Jupiter is guiding you towards a more positive path. The only caution is that Jupiter in the 12th can sometimes make you withdraw excessively from the outer world, leading to avoidance of practical responsibilities. Balance your inner journey with external duties so you don't lose momentum in worldly matters. Now Jupiter's 5th aspect will fall on the sign of Libra, your 4th house. For Cancer natives, this means your Moksha Trikona is now fully activated. Jupiter is in the 12th house, aspecting both your 4th and 8th house. This activation creates a deeply transformative period for spiritual progress and inner evolution. If you are planning to buy something big like a property or a vehicle, this can be a good time. Just remember to check every single legal detail and document carefully so you don't get into any dispute later on. If your mother has been dealing with any health problems for a long time, this period can slowly help her improve. This can also be a nice time to fix misunderstandings or differences with your mother or family and make your bond stronger. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 6th house. Right now, this sign is already under the influence of retrograde Saturn, Ketu, Jupiter, and temporarily Mars and Venus as well. This means your past karmas are highly activated. Your prarabdha karma is highly activated. So this can bring certain big events in your life. These events may give a chance to clear pending karmas. Whether the results are good or bad will depend on your chart, but it's important that you keep a positive approach here. It's not necessary that everything will be negative, especially because Jupiter's positive energy is also involved here. If you have been facing health issues, disputes, debts, legal matters or competition, this transit can give you a way out. But you will need to put in effort, a sincere, positive effort. Jupiter can also help you make your daily routine more disciplined. Overall, this is a good time to overcome challenges and clear confusion, whether it's in your personal life, professional life, or regarding your health. But yes, you will need to work hard, and there might be some repetitive efforts along the way. Now the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 8th house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is positioned. Both Rahu and Jupiter are aspecting each other. But because Jupiter is in Punarvasu, it holds more strength now. This means it's better to use Jupiter's wisdom instead of falling for Rahu's illusion. Still, Rahu's presence here can bring sudden changes, transformations, hidden fears, or some health issues. The good thing is Jupiter's blessing on this house will help protect you and reduce problems, especially if you work on them. There might be some small issues with your in-laws or shared finances, but Jupiter will guide you through. There will still be some ups and downs, but if you are in fields like medicine, research, healing, astrology, psychology, occult sciences, or spiritual work, this can be a good period for you. Just try to be content with what you have. Use Jupiter's wisdom and Saturn's patience, and avoid shortcuts that could cause harm in the future, whether in the health, finances, or anything else. Leo ascendants and moon sign. For Leo natives, Jupiter will be moving through Punarvasu Nakshatra in your 11th house, the sign of Gemini. Jupiter rules your 8th house and your 5th house. And this placement can open doors for financial growth for you. For some, this could mean profits or unexpected gains. If you are in a job, there could be chances of promotion or career progress, provided your overall chart supports it and your efforts are in the right direction. Because Jupiter is also 8th lord and Saturn is currently retrograde in the 8th house, there can be some ups and downs in income during this time, but not something too heavy. If you have been facing tensions with colleagues or higher authorities, this period can slowly ease that. Your long-term goals and social connections can also revive in a positive way during this period. New opportunities may open up, and any goal that was stuck could start moving forward again. But yes, you will need to give more than your 100% here. And there may be situations where you have to repeat efforts. But with patience and consistent action, Jupiter's energy will help you achieve the results you deserve. This transit can also bring fulfillment of valid desires. But in some cases, if the placement turns challenging in your chart, it might instead increase your wants, your desires. So the key here is to feel content with what you already have, because Punarvasu itself represents satisfaction. You may make new friends or reconnect with old ones during this period, and networking can grow stronger. Group activities or community work can benefit you. So use such chances well. At the same time, stay realistic about your goals. Avoid illusions or over-promising. Don't take risky or impulsive steps, especially in financial matters, whether that's in the stock market or in the speculative market, real estate, or any other area. Saturn's retrograde strength in the 8th house means careful planning and proper analysis are essential to avoid losses. Spiritually, this can be a very uplifting phase with Ketu in the 1st house, Saturn in the 8th house, Jupiter in 11th. There's a strong possibility for spiritual awakening, deeper wisdom, insights that can help both your personal and professional growth. If you work in fields like astrology, occult sciences, archaeology, spiritual practices, healing, professions related to children, teaching, this period can be supportive to you. Now, the fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Libra, your third house. If you have had ongoing issues with neighbors or younger siblings, this can be the good time to resolve them. You may also find yourself gaining more courage and confidence to make important decisions or take important steps, take necessary actions in your life. If you are thinking to start something new, whether it's a project, business, or just an idea you have been wanting to try, this is a supportive time. But because Ketu is in your first house and Rahu is in your seventh house, Saturn in the eighth, this is not the right time to make impulsive decisions. So plan things carefully. Take your time and think through the steps. If you do that, this period can really work out really well for starting fresh, especially in areas like communication, media, entertainment, or any field that requires creativity or interaction with people. It's also a good time to learn something new and improve your communication skills. This is important to now because Ketu is in your first house and retrograde Saturn aspecting your second house, which could make your speech more blunt or direct or even harsh. So using Jupiter's influence on the third house, you can refine the way you express yourself, so it works in your favor in the long run. This is also a good time to manage your desires and impulses with the wisdom of Jupiter. Now, the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your fifth house. Right now, this house is being aspected by retrograde Saturn, Ketu, Jupiter, and temporarily by Mars and Venus. So, if you have been struggling to conceive, this could be a supportive time, but you still need to stay cautious about health during pregnancy because there are challenging planets influencing this area too. If your children have had health issues for a while, this period might bring some relief and guidance for improving their well-being. It's also a great time to deepen your bond with them. For students, this is a wonderful time to study hard and focus. If you put in real effort, you can get good results. However, avoid risky speculative investments. If you must invest, choose long-term, low-risk options. This phase could also bring love or marriage opportunities for those who are single, and for some, even an old relationship might return. Now, the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, your seventh house, where Rahu is currently positioned. Both Jupiter and Rahu are aspecting each other, but Jupiter has an upper hand now because Jupiter is now in Punarvasu. So both planets here can push you to start something new. But you need to stay grounded, patient and ethical in your dealings, and you need to be very, very, very wise in the dealings as well. Avoid shortcuts or any dishonest means. This influence can help you grow your business, but review all agreements or contracts very carefully before signing. Review even your plans and strategies well before moving forward. In marriage, this period can feel like a fresh start, but it will require effort from both partners, the husband and wife both. Romance can return, and if your spouse has had health issues, there may be some improvement or useful guidance now. Just be a little cautious with business partnerships, and remember that Rahu in the 7th can still create illusions. So take your time to really understand the person or really understand the situation before making any commitments, whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life. Virgo ascendant and moon sign. For Virgo natives, Jupiter is transiting your 10th house, the sign of Gemini in Punarvasu Nakshatra. Jupiter here rules your 7th house and your 4th house. And this transit has the potential to bring a refreshing new chapter in your career if your individual chart supports it. There could be a time of growth, progress, and even increments at work. If you have been dealing with long-standing issues with co-workers or superiors, this period may help bring relief and give you the chance to actively work on improving those relationships. Jupiter in Punarvasu is also a great position for enhancing your social or public image as well. While this transit supports career advancement, it will likely increase your responsibilities as well. So be ready to work hard. You may face situations where task needs to be redone or require multiple attempts, but if you stay determined, you will succeed. Focus on quality rather than quantity. Don't overload yourself with too many projects at once, or you risk burnout. On the caution side, Jupiter here can also bring procrastination or a tendency to drift away from responsibilities. This is especially important to avoid because Saturn retrograde in the 7th house is aspecting your ascendant and won't support laziness or inconsistency. In fact, both Jupiter and Saturn will not favor shortcuts or lack of discipline in the long run, and your public image could be affected if you are not careful. A small tip for Virgo natives that when Jupiter will turn retrograde in the same nakshatra in this house, then the need for patience and consistent effort will become even more prominent and important. So this is the phase that demands sustained hard work if you want to succeed to see real positive results. Now, apart from that, if you are looking to learn something new, then this period is the best which can give you boost in your career. This is an excellent time to do it, and many of you will feel inspired to acquire such skills during this period. This transit can also bring recognition from past efforts. If your work life has felt stagnant, you might see momentum building again. You could even feel drawn to start completely a new career path or revive an old dream, but take care to plan thoroughly and avoid impulsive decisions. This is time to aim for long-term stability rather than short-term gains. Now, Jupiter's 5th aspect will fall on your 2nd house, the sign of Libra. This is a beautiful opportunity to strengthen family bonds and resolve misunderstandings. It's also favorable for improving misunderstandings. It's also favorable for improving your communication skills as well, which can further enhance your public image. Financially, this period can bring opportunities to increase income or discover new sources of revenue, but again avoid shortcuts. This aspect can also encourage you to improve your diet and make healthier life choices, bringing more peace and balance into your life. Using this energy will benefit you in multiple ways, both materially and emotionally. Now, the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 4th house, the sign of Sagittarius. At the moment, this house is already receiving a lot of planetary energy, a lot of aspects from retrograde Saturn, Jupiter, Ketu, and temporarily by Mars and Venus as well. So, with so many aspects, Sagittarius is quite under influence right now. If your mother has been going through any health issues or health challenges, or if there have been tensions or misunderstandings in your relationship with her or within your family, this is the good time to work on those matters. Jupiter's influence here can guide you towards finding solutions, but nothing will resolve instantly. You will need to put in genuine effort. This transit can also open the possibility of purchasing property or other assets. If you are planning such moves, pay close attention to paperwork and legal formalities to avoid complications later. For those wanting to renovate or repair their home, this period is more supportive compared to the earlier Ardra phase, though some minor delays or hurdles may still occur due to the influence of Ketu and Saturn. Now, the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 6th house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is currently positioned. This creates mutual aspects between Rahu and Jupiter, but since Jupiter is now in Punarvasu, it has the upper hand here. Rahu in the 6th house is actually considered favorable for tackling challenges, whether those challenges come from adversaries, competition, or your daily struggles. And Jupiter's aspect here adds a protective layer, helping you overcome such difficulties. It will guide you here. And yes, with Rahu here, you may still face some problems, but both Rahu and Jupiter together will give you the determination and clarity to emerge victorious. This includes overcoming health concerns, resolving conflicts, or managing daily obstacles. However, remember, success will come through consistent effort, no shortcuts. Staying honest and walking the right path will allow Jupiter to guide you, while Rahu gives you the courage to win over any challenge. Since Punarvasu is in Aries Nakshatra and Jupiter is an Aries sign, Rahu itself is an Aquarius and Aries sign again. So there is a caution that you need to keep regarding your health. Pay special attention to your lungs or respiratory health during this time. Issues related to breathing could arise. So practices like pranayam, yoga, regular exercises, and a healthy diet will be especially beneficial. Taking care of your health now will make a big difference in the long run. Libra ascendant and moon sign. Now for Libra natives, Jupiter is moving through your 9th house in the sign of Gemini in Punarvasu Nakshatra. Jupiter rules your 3rd and your 6th house, and being in your 9th house in a Sattvic Nakshatra like Punarvasu makes this a beautiful time for your spiritual growth. This is one of those phases where your faith can be renewed, wisdom can expand, and luck can start supporting you again in a gentle but a powerful way. You might feel drawn towards spiritual learning, and for some of you, a spiritual guide or mentor could enter your life. Just make sure that person is a genuine one and not a fake guru. For many, this time could also bring opportunities for long journeys that are deeply meaningful, whether they are pilgrimages or travels that expand your mind. If you have been feeling uncertain about the path ahead, then this transit can help you find a path in a positive manner. Students, especially those involved in higher education, could see good progress now. The energy is supportive, but it will respond best when you put in consistent effort. Hard work will be needed, but the rewards can be worth it. If you are preparing for competitive exams, this is a strong phase. Focus, revive, and stay disciplined, because that's what will bring you results if your overall chart supports it. There could be small health concerns for your father or father-like figures during this time, but Jupiter's blessing also offers guidance to help resolve those matters. There is also a chance to heal or improve relationship with your father or any father-like figures or gurus as well. Legal cases, publishing work, or academic goals that have been stuck could finally move forward now. Though it's important to stay practical and not overly idealistic during this time. Jupiter will support you, but it won't do all the work. You will still have to show up and give your best. Now coming to the aspects, the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your ascendant, on the sign of Libra, your 1st house. Now with the 9th and the 1st house connected, along with the 5th house, your Dharma Trikon becomes active. This is again a strong sign for awakening spiritual energy. But it's important to stay open-minded rather than rigid in religious or philosophical matters. This influence can also inspire you to work on your personality and well-being. You may feel like making changes to your outlook, your public image, or simply the way you present yourself to the world. This is a period for self-improvement where you will feel drawn to learning new things and growing as a person. You will also be more aware of the need to balance your personal and professional life. Health can improve now if you consciously work toward it. Though for some, Jupiter's expansive nature could also lead to weight gain as well. So be mindful in that regards. On a positive note, this aspect can fill you with hope, optimism and motivation to keep moving forward. Now the seventh aspect of Jupiter will fall on your third house, the sign of Sagittarius, where retrograde Saturn, Jupiter, Ketu and temporarily Mars and Venus are aspecting. With Jupiter's blessing on both the first house and the third house, this becomes a wonderful time to work on your communication skills. If you have been wanting to express yourself more clearly, share your thoughts with confidence, or even start something new, something creative that involves speaking or writing, then this is the time to go for it. This influence can also give you the courage and confidence to begin something new or to make important life decisions. Just remember that these decisions or actions will give the best results when taken with proper planning, with proper planning strategy, the wisdom of Jupiter and the patience of Saturn, rather than out of impulsiveness, anger or jealousy. This period can also help improve your relationship with siblings. There might be some small issues with neighbors, but Jupiter's influence will eventually help you come out of it or smooth things over. Since your ninth house is active and Jupiter is aspecting your third house, you may also find opportunities for both short and long journeys now. While traveling or interacting, be mindful of your words. Because with Saturn still retrograde in the sixth house, sharp or careless communication could lead to unnecessary disputes that might take time to resolve. Now the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your fifth house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is placed. Now Rahu and Jupiter both are mutually aspecting each other, but because Jupiter is in Punarvasu now, it has upper hand over Rahu. This is a good time to break free from any illusion or confusion Rahu has been creating in your fifth house. For those planning to have children, especially through IVF or adoption, this period can be supportive. Though there may be multiple attempts or some delays before success, depending on your overall chart. Rahu in the fifth can tempt you towards impulsive or heavy investment in speculative markets as well. But Jupiter's wisdom here is asking you to avoid that. If you avoid impulsive investments in speculative markets, and if you do it wisely, then it will be better for you. If you have children, this is a beautiful time to heal misunderstandings and strengthen your bond with them. Spend quality time together and nurture your relationship. You might also see your children doing well in their studies now, though it's best not to burden them with too many expectations. For students, this is a very favorable period. Jupiter and Rahu together can sharpen your mind, boost intelligence and enhance learning, making it a wonderful time for acquiring knowledge and skills that will serve you well in the future. Even if you are not a student, this is a great time to learn something new. Those in creative fields will find their imagination and originality flowing strongly. This period can also bring romantic opportunities and for some even return of an old connection from the past. Scorpio ascendants and moon sign. For Scorpion, it is Jupiter is moving in your 8th house in the sign of Gemini in Punarvasu Nakshatra. Jupiter rules your 2nd house and 5th house. This is still the 8th house, so we can't ignore that there will be some ups and downs here that may happen while Jupiter is here in Gemini. But compared to when it was in Ardhara Nakshatra, this position is much better and gentle. You should take care of your health, especially if you already have any long-term or recurring health issues. The good thing is, since Jupiter is in Punarvasu, it will guide you towards healing if you are willing to work on your health or willing to work on yourself. This transit can also bring some unexpected financial gains as well, like inheritance or from property matters as well. It's also a good period for dealing with joint assets with your spouse or finding solutions to any problems related to them. When it comes to money, especially speculative investment, you will need to be very careful. Right now, Saturn is retrograde in the 5th house and Jupiter is in the 8th house, which is not the best combination for risky investments. If you must invest, focus on long-term low-risk options and think carefully before taking any chances. On a personal level, this can be a time for deep inner change and transformation that brings healing and a sense of renewal. These changes won't feel as heavy or intense as they did during Jupiter's stay in Ardra, and you might also get some positive support from the divine as well during this time. Apart from that, this is the time when if you have any finances blocked, then this is the time when you can recover that, or you may see some positive progress in that regards. But yes, you will still need to put an effort in that matter. This is a great time to face and release fears as well. Release fears, secrets and emotional baggage that's been holding you back. Spiritually, this can be a very enriching period. You may feel drawn to spiritual studies, mythology, astrology, psychology, or research work. Those in education, literature, or fields like related to children could also see some good positive results now. Now, Jupiter's 5th aspect will fall on the sign of Libra, your 12th house. During this period, you may do some spiritual activities at your home, or there could be some expenses on a positive note, like expenses you do on some rituals, spiritual rituals like doing puja, katha, havan, etc., ceremonies or charity. During this period, meditation will be very helpful for calming your mind and reducing stress. Ketu is currently in your 10th house in the sign of Leo, which can bring stress or challenges in your career. And Jupiter's aspect on the 12th house can help you release that stress. This is a good time to do things that relax you, whether that's listening to some music, good music, yoga, meditation, creative work, or hobbies. Some of you might even get a chance to travel abroad during this time as well. Now, the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 2nd house, the sign of Sagittarius. And right now, Sagittarius is being aspected by retrograde Saturn, Jupiter, Ketu, and temporarily by Mars and Venus as well. So this can bring a slight sense of relief in financial matters, slight relief. Saturn's influence may still bring some restrictions or delays, but Jupiter's aspect will offer protection and support, helping to balance things out. Since Jupiter will be aspecting from Punarvasu, it can also bring you some new financial gains. Of course, only if your chart supports it. To make the most of this, it's important to stay honest and follow the right path. If you do that, you will likely see positive changes in your finances and overall life. This is also a wonderful time to strengthen your relationship and deepen your bond with your family. If you have been wanting to improve the harmony at home, this period is perfect for that. You may also come across fresh opportunities to earn money. It's a great phase to work on your communication skills as well. The more you polish how you express yourself, the better your public image and personality will become. Now, the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 4th house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is currently positioned. Both Rahu and Jupiter are aspecting each other, but because Jupiter is now in Punarvasu, it holds more strength over Rahu. This gives a slight advantage if you are thinking about buying property or any other asset. Still, you should be careful with paperwork, as we cannot deny the fact that Rahu is still positioned in your 4th house. So be careful with the paperwork. Make sure you are not falling into any kind of fraud or trap. This period can also help you work through any misunderstandings or issues with your mother or family members, And if your mother has been dealing with any health concerns, this is a supportive time to focus on our healing and well-being. Jupiter's aspect from Punarvasu will also bring a calmer, more peaceful atmosphere at your home. Sagittarius ascendant and moon sign. For Sagittarius natives, Jupiter is moving through your 7th house, and Jupiter in the sign of Gemini in Punarvasu Nakshatra, and Jupiter rules your 4th house and your 1st house. Punarvasu is all about renewal and the return of light. So this can be a period when relationships of any kind can heal, grow and feel stronger. But this won't happen on its own. You will need to put in effort to make that healing possible. It could be any relationship, whether it's marriage or anyone in the family, whether it's business partnerships, anyone. Hard work and staying on the right path will be important for luck to truly work in your favor. If you are married, you may notice some relief in your relationship compared to the previous period when Jupiter was in Ardra Nakshatra. Open and positive communication with your spouse will be the key to repairing, strengthening and improving your bond. This is also a time when some romance that had faded in your marriage could come back. But it depends on how much both of you are willing to give and work on it. A small reminder here, don't avoid any responsibilities, your responsibilities in marriage, and don't keep putting things off. If you are unmarried, this can be a time when marriage opportunities may come your way. It's also a good period to focus on improving your communication skills. If you work on this, you will learn how to speak with wisdom, tact and with proper timing, which will help you connect with people better, including your personal relationships. For those in business or partnerships, Jupiter can bring growth and even new opportunities during this period, but be very careful with your decisions because Rahu is in your 3rd house and aspecting your 7th house. This means you should avoid hasty, impulsive or emotionally charged decisions, especially those influenced by jealousy, anger or unhealthy competition. Make your choices calmly, wisely and with a proper plan. Now the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 11th house, the sign of Libra. Since Jupiter is your ascendant lord, positioned in the 7th house, and it's aspecting your ascendant and the 3rd house, overall this is a financially positive time for Sagittarius natives. If you put in sincere effort, many of your genuine desires can be fulfilled. This is also a good period to improve your relationship with your siblings, both younger and elder, and in general with your social circle as well. This phase can bring you in touch with new people, possibly through travel, studies or shared interest, which might open up new opportunities for you. Romantic connections are also possible, along with meeting people who inspire you or help you progress. It's a supportive time for collaboration, but make sure every step is well thought out. Your self-image and ability to express yourself will likely get a boost. Jupiter's influence on your 11th house can also help with career growth, such as promotions or salary hikes. Spiritually too, there are gains, and some may even benefit through their spouse as well during this period. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your ascendant, the sign of Sagittarius. And your ascendant is as of now receiving the aspects of retrograde Saturn, Jupiter, Ketu, and temporarily from Venus and Mars. This mix of energies can bring major life changes and transformations. Jupiter will try to balance the restrictive or intense effects of Saturn and Ketu, making this phase much better than the previous one when Jupiter was in Ardra. Still, this is the time where you must go with the flow. Avoid laziness or procrastination and take responsibility. And acceptance will be the key. Jupiter and Punarvasu can make one a bit laid back if not careful. On a positive side, this aspect will improve your personality, deepen your wisdom and help you learn both practical and theoretical lessons. You may pick up new skills, feel more courageous and confident. and develop a more positive outlook. Health should be a priority. Eat clean, eat healthy food, sattvic food, regular exercise regularly, and include yoga or pranayam in your routine. If you are facing health issues, Jupiter's grace can guide you towards recovery, but you will need to give your effort here. Now the ninth aspect of Jupiter will fall on your third house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is currently positioned. Both Rahu and Jupiter are mutually aspecting each other, and since Jupiter is in Punarvasu, so it has an upper hand here. This increases your courage and determination, but don't let it turn into overconfidence. Stay realistic, patient, and strategic in your actions. This aspect can also spark new creative ideas and help you learn valuable skills that could benefit your business, your ventures and goals. However, avoid rushing or making impulsive moves because Rahu can sometimes bring deceptions or sudden challenges. There may also be opportunities to resolve issues with neighbors, with your younger siblings, though you should still be cautious as misunderstandings or backstabbings from your neighbors are possible. Jupiter's influence will help protect you from any harm. There can also be a good time to start a business from home, provided you plan well and take practical steps. If you do so wisely, Jupiter will support you fully in this period. Capricorn ascendant and moon sign. For Capricorn natives, Jupiter is transiting your 6th house, the sign of Gemini, in Punarvasu Nakshatra, and Jupiter rules your 12th house and your 3rd house. So this is a period when Jupiter can help you rebuild your routine, improve your health, and find solutions to problems that earlier felt stuck. But because Jupiter is your 12th lord position in the 6th house, certain health issues may remain, and some hidden health issues may also come to light while it stays in Gemini. This can include breathing problems, lung related issues, or some stomach issues. If your chart supports it, these issues may finally get diagnosed during this period. That's why it's essential to maintain a disciplined routine, eating on time, eating healthy sattvic food, sleeping on time, and waking up early and following consistent healthy habits. Doing so will allow Jupiter to support your recovery and overall well-being. This transit can also bring new opportunities with added responsibilities in your career. You can work on upgrading your skills, and if there have been conflicts at your workplace, Jupiter in Punarvasu can help you resolve them fairly, whether with subordinates, co-workers, or bosses. This is also a beautiful time to help others, but you must know your boundaries. Help those who truly need and deserve it in the amount they actually require. Overextending yourself could invite people who might take advantage of your kindness. You may also notice some relief from adversaries or enemies during this time. Competitive exams are favored and they will require sincere hard work. Only then you will see positive results, because Punarvasu represents multiple attempts and sustained effort. Similarly, getting a loan may be possible, but it might take more than one attempt. And be careful with debt. Borrow only what you can repay and only what you truly need. Now the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 10th house, the sign of Libra. This brings chances for career growth or job opportunities, especially if you have been searching for a long time without success. But again, this will only manifest if you take action. If you give your effort. Sitting idle won't help. This aspect can also help improve your public image as well. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 12th house, the sign of Sagittarius, which is also being influenced by retrograde Saturn, Ketu, Jupiter, and temporarily by Mars and Venus as well. So with so many planetary influences here, you may feel drawn towards spiritual activities like Havan, Puja, Katha, prayers, or meditation. Even simple daily prayers can bring peace to you now. This is also a good time for charity and helping others. However, multiple aspects on the 12th house can bring minor health issues or sleep issues. So maintaining mental and physical wellness will be important. Jupiter here will act as a saving grace, helping you balance things out. Those in healing, medicine, spirituality, law, occult sciences, astrology, or professions dealing with hidden knowledge may find this period favorable. The 9th aspect of Jupiter now will fall on your 2nd house, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is positioned. Jupiter and Rahu are aspecting each other, but because Jupiter is in Punarvasu, it has an upper hand now over Rahu. This can bring positive financial results and help you acquire new income sources. However, with Rahu in the 2nd house, avoid shortcuts or unethical methods for earning. Be honest and upright. If you do that, Jupiter can help improve your finances for the long term. On the family front, Jupiter's influence can guide you in resolving disputes, and provided you put in sincere effort. Overall, this period requires hard work in both your personal and professional life. Punarvasu itself emphasizes effort and multiple attempts. If you are consistent and disciplined, Jupiter will reward you with lasting benefit in health, finances, and relationships. Aquarius ascendant and moon sign. For Aquarius natives, Jupiter is transiting your 5th house in the sign of Gemini in Punarvasu Nakshatra, and Jupiter rules your 2nd and 11th house. So this will be a more positive phase compared to when Jupiter was in Ardra. If you are children, this is a good time to sort out any misunderstandings, spend more quality time together, and make your bond stronger. If you are planning to have or conceive child, this period can be supportive, even if you are thinking about IVF or other methods. But take care of your health during pregnancy. For people in creative fields, this is an inspiring time. You will feel more ideas flowing and more motivation to create. It's also great for spiritual practices like mantra chanting, meditation, or doing activities that calm your mind. Students will find it easier to focus and learn. But even if you are not a student, this is a good chance to pick up new skills or gain an advantage in your career. That the only thing is, Punarvasu energy asks for hard work and sometimes repeating tasks until they are done right. But if you keep going with patience, you will see results and reach your goals. This phase can bring more happiness, love, and inspiration back into your life. You may feel like reviving old hobbies or starting something new, whether it's art, writing, performance, or any passion project. If you are in a relationship, warmth and positivity can return. If you are single, you might meet someone with whom you feel a quick and deep connection. You might also enjoy more entertainment and fun during this period, but keep it balanced because Rahu is in your 1st house. Rahu can create illusions or pull you towards excess in these things. So enjoy yourself, but avoid going overboard. Now the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 9th house, the sign of Libra, which is great for higher learning and spiritual growth. If you are preparing for higher studies or want to explore spiritual wisdom, this is a very supportive period. Punarvasu energy sometimes means repeating efforts, like trying something more than once before success comes. But these repeated attempts will finally lead you to good results. So stay consistent, keep learning, and make the most of this period. With Rahu in the 1st house, Jupiter in the 5th, and both influencing your 9th, you have a golden opportunity to expand your knowledge and grow spiritually. Jupiter will guide you if you keep putting in your effort. During this time, you might even meet a spiritual guide who can inspire you, but it's important to make sure you are not following anyone who is misleading. This period can also open the door for some long spiritual journeys. And if you keep walking on the right path, you will notice that luck starts to stand by your side. Now, Jupiter's 7th aspect will be on Sagittarius, your 11th house. Right now, that area of your chart is receiving the influence of retrograde Saturn, Jupiter, Ketu, and for short time, Mars and Venus too. So with retrograde Saturn in your second house and so many planets affecting your 11th house, there's potential for financial growth, but only if your actions are honest and your intentions are clear. When your desires are genuine and your efforts are sincere, this period can help you achieve them. It's also a time where you might see changes in your income and realize that where you need to put your effort to have good long-term financial gains. Apart from that, this period will also will show you who truly supports you and who not. So keep close to the people who stand by you in difficult times and try to maintain harmony with them. Your relationship with siblings, especially the elder ones, could also transform now, and this is a wonderful chance to resolve any misunderstanding with them. In matters of money, avoid shortcuts or quick methods. Saturn's influence on both your 2nd and 11th house simply won't allow those to work, because be cautious with investments, especially speculative ones, and take decisions very wisely. Now the 9th aspect will fall on your ascendant, the sign of Aquarius, where Rahu is currently positioned. Both Rahu and Jupiter are influencing each other, aspecting each other, but because Jupiter is in Punarvasu, it has an upper hand here. So its guidance is stronger right now. Jupiter will try to lead you towards the right path, but it's your choice whether you are ready to accept the lessons it brings. If you follow this wisdom, you will find yourself staying more grounded and positive. This aspect of Jupiter can also slowly improve your health if you have been dealing with long-term issues, especially those connected to Rahu's presence in the first house. However, the changes won't happen by themselves. You will need to actively take care of your diet, lifestyle, and daily habits. Rahu's energy can sometimes bring mental restlessness or physical strain, so discipline will be your best friend here. Try to find contentment in what you have, because Rahu in the first house can create a constant feeling of dissatisfaction. This is a valuable time to look back at your past actions, correct mistakes, and focus on growing spiritually. If you do that, you can enjoy not just inner peace and personal growth, but also material progress that feels stable and satisfying. Pisces ascendant and moon sign. For Pisces natives, Jupiter is transiting your 4th house, the sign of Gemini, in Punarvasu Nakshatra. This transit feels like a breath of fresh air, a small but significant relief from all the chaos you have been experiencing lately. It's a time when your personal life and inner world can slowly start returning to balance. This is a beautiful period to heal and strengthen your family relationships. You might notice more emotional support from your loved ones, but it will still require your effort to truly revive and nurture those bonds. Emotionally, Jupiter here can help you feel more stable, more grounded. In many ways, this transit is like a drop of nectar, bringing hope and positivity when you need it the most. For those who have been feeling heavy due to Saturn's presence in the first house, Jupiter's energy here in the 4th can create a safer, more nurturing environment. You might feel a stronger pull to spend time at home, connect with your roots, and embrace your traditions. Some of you may even come across opportunities to purchase property, but do be extra careful with paperwork and legalities, because Saturn is still positioned in the 1st house. This period can also inspire home improvements as well, like renovating, redecorating, or moving to a place that feels more aligned with your comfort and happiness. The only thing to watch out for is that Jupiter here can sometimes make you too relaxed, slowing down your pace in other areas of life. So enjoy the peace, but don't lose sight of your long-term goals. Hard work will still be essential. If your mother has been dealing with health concerns, this transit can bring solutions and improvements, again provided you put in effort. Now the 5th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the 8th house in Libra. If you have been dealing with long-term health issues, this can be supportive influence, offering relief or helping you find the right guidance. It doesn't mean challenges won't arise, but it does mean that when they do, you will find a way through. This aspect can also bring changes and transformations in your life. And for those working in deep research, exploration, teaching, astrology, occult sciences, archaeology, or technical fields, this period can be quite supportive. Now the 7th aspect of Jupiter will fall on your 10th house, the sign of Sagittarius, where retrograde Saturn, Ketu, Jupiter, and temporarily Mars and Venus are aspecting. So this combination can open new career opportunities. If you have been struggling to find a job or stability in your profession, you may see positive developments now. Career growth is possible, but it will demand consistent effort, especially with Saturn in your ascendant watching closely. Avoid shortcuts, procrastination, or laziness, because neither Jupiter nor Saturn will support those habits in the long run. Your progress might be slow, but it will be steady. Finally, the 9th aspect of Jupiter will fall on the sign of Aquarius, your 12th house, where Jupiter and Rahu are aspecting each other. Because Jupiter is in Punarvasu, it holds the upper hand over Rahu. And because it's your 12th house and Jupiter is in the 4th house, also aspecting your 8th house, this is activating your Moksha Trikon, opening a beautiful window for spiritual growth. Meditation, yoga, prayer, sadhana, any form of spiritual practice can bring a deep peace and help neutralize Rahu's restless energy here. This can also bring career opportunities related to foreign companies, MNCs, import, export, or even to settle abroad or invest in property overseas. If Rahu's presence in your 12th house has been causing health issues or sleep issues, Jupiter's influence here can act as a calming, healing force, helping you keep stress and overthinking in check. Overall, for Pisces natives, this is a period of emotional healing, steady career growth, and spiritual enrichment, as long as you remain disciplined and keep moving forward. So that's it for today. If you liked our video, then remember to like, share and subscribe. And have a wonderful day ahead, and see you in the next video. Until then, Narayan, Narayan.